Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 13 of creating a 3D printing startup business. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake, and today is day 13 of creating a 3D printing startup business from my garage. Yesterday, we compared printed items to items you could go to the store and buy off the shelves. Today, I want to take a look at the next thing that starts to matter once these items become reality, and that is size, weight, and packaging. Not selling, not launching, just the physical reality of moving something. So let's jump back to the shipping room and we'll grab some of the essential items that we'll be needing for today. Welcome to the shipping room. Up until this point, everything has been about setup, printing, and comparing. Now that we're talking about shipping, some real constraints get brought up. Size, weight, and how you're going to protect an item as it makes its way to a customer are all factors that get decided during this process. So let's grab some shipping materials and let's get them out to the garage. So to begin with, I'm going to grab some packaging material. We'll start by grabbing a box. I will grab a USPS bubble mailer, a poly bag, tape and tape gun, a shipping scale, and last but not least, some bubble wrap. Okay, so now that we have everything we would need, let's get it out to the garage. Okay, so now that we have our shipping items out here, let's pick one of these items that we want to run through the process of getting it packaged and shipped. I think for this demonstration, these catch-alls would be a great fit. So we have a couple different pieces, so protection is going to be a big thing, and we also have size. So we want to see how to most effectively and efficiently get this to a customer. So here are the trays in Bamboo Studio. Let's go to preview. Now you can see the larger tray. This costs $1.90 to produce and weighs about 173 grams of filament. The smaller tray costs about 85 cents to produce, filament cost, and weighs about 77.5 grams. Now this is based off of my cost for the gray filament that was used, which was $11 per kilogram. Okay, so we know that we're looking at about 250 grams of filament for both of these items together. And then we're looking at about $2.75 of filament cost for production. Let's get it compared with the actual shipping scale and see where we're at weight-wise. Okay, so right now we are on ounces and pounds, which is typically what I like to leave it on when I'm calculating my weight for shipping. But to compare it to what Bamboo was telling us, let's see where we're at. Okay, so pretty close. 236 grams. Again, a lot of that, could have been lost just from producing it, but close enough for me. That brings us to 8.3 ounces. So we'll remember that number as we get this packaged up. All right, so we have 8.3 ounces for this combined set. Now, in the shipping world, that's great. Anything under a pound typically is going to be your cheapest price to get something delivered. That's always good news. But this is just a raw product. It is not in a box or protected yet, and that all affects the weight. So let's look at a couple different options of getting this packaged correctly for shipment. Now, I'm not going to do an immense deep dive into all the particulars of shipping. There's a lot of nuances about it. I'm going to save that for a future episode where it's basically just going to be every single breakdown of this process so that you can make a more informed decision when you're looking at items that you want to produce and ship as well. But for today, we'll focus on recreating the scenario of getting this out the door. So in front of me, we have a couple different packaging options. Now, to briefly describe them, we have, of course, a box, a poly bag, and a USPS priority mail flat rate envelope. These are actually free. You can go on USPS's website, request that these be sent to you, and they'll arrive at your doorstep. Now with these, the age-old saying is, if it fits, it ships. Meaning if you can fit whatever item you're trying to ship inside of it and seal it up and it's perfectly sealed, it'll go for the designated price. Now currently, these are over $12 to ship, and that is retail. If you're getting, you know, a bit more of a commercial price, it's around 11 and a half or so. Don't quote me on the exact penny, but that's where these are currently at. Honestly, guys, just like with everything, the flat rate pricing and all of the shipping prices in general, every single year are going up. You know, I remember when these were, you know, like $7 to ship, and now, you know, they're around 12. So like anything, it's an evolving thing with business, and you just have to be adaptive and also be informed and know, you know, when these type of price increases are being rolled out. I would ultimately deem this not being sufficient enough to protect the item, so we'll put this to the side. So the next option in front of me for a type of packaging is called a plain poly mailer. So it's basically just a plastic bag. It contains and holds any type of product or item that you plan on shipping. It's got a self-adhesive strip here. You would pull this away and seal it, put a label on it, and you're good to go. Now again, you can use this in combination with bubble wrap, but I really wouldn't find that it would protect this just like the bubble mailer. So for today, we'll skip right over this. All right, so now the final thing we have on the table is a box. This came from Uline, and this is a 14 by 10 by 4. The size is irrelevant as long as you find something that you can get your item inside of. This is a corrugated cardboard, so it's definitely rigid and strong enough to protect this item. Now typically, what I would do is I would take our product, I would get some protective packing, which in this instance, we'll use bubble wrap. A more economical solution is a kind of packing paper, which I have also, but for now in this demonstration, we'll use this. So simple, we will wrap the item up. I typically would use, you know, even a little bit of tape. And now we have a fairly protected item. I'm going to take this one step further and just do one final layer and wrap around this together. So depending on what your item is and how you intend to ship it, the next step would be to pick the packaging. Again, for this item, it would be tough for me to risk putting it just inside a standard poly bag. It potentially could work, but me personally, I would probably vote for going with a corrugated box versus something like this. It just eliminates the possibility of it being broken in transport and also getting a return and an unhappy client. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Now, bottom line does matter. The cost of shipping does matter. So all of these things have to be played out. You know, if there's a sweet medium between reinforcing the product a bit, which meets some type of durability test that would survive or be anticipated to survive a poly mailer, this would be a more economical option. So that's going to look different for every company. But as a general rule of thumb, these are some of your basic shipping and packaging materials. This is very simple in nature. I wanted to briefly touch on it because it is a very important part of any business. It's kind of that monotonous behind the scenes topic, but it is very, very important. So not all days are glamorous on the farm with printers running and buzzing and items and products being finished and shelved. But shipping is a very important factor of any online business. So now that shipping has been discussed, the next thing that matters is presentation. Photos, listings, and what sell ready looks like. And I think I've found the product that I'd like to run through with you guys that will kind of show everything that we've been discussing, from finding the file to downloading to running the numbers, printing, post-production, shipment, photos, and listing on a marketplace. I think it'll be a fun one. So if that's something you guys are interested in following along with, make sure you like and subscribe so that you miss any notifications on when the next video gets released. Until then, thank you guys for following along, as today is day 13 of turning this garage into a 3D printing startup business. I'll see you guys tomorrow.